been 10 years since 13 people lost their lives in the 35W bridge collapse. The tragedy also injured 150 others. Now, since then, memorials all over the Twin Cities have been made to remember the victims of that fateful day. At the University of St. Thomas, the tragedy has a place both inside and outside of the classroom. Professor Katherine Acton from the School of Engineering is with us tonight. Katherine, thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
And you're actually using the 35W bridge collapse in your curriculum.
We are. I teach Mechanics of Materials, which is a sophomore level course, and we talk about the bridge failure both in lecture and in lab. In lecture, it relates very clearly to a lot of the topics that are covered in the textbooks, like forces and stresses and ductile failure of metals. And we also have a lab that we run where students create a simplified computer model that shows the stresses in the gusset plate at the time of the collapse, and their simplified model actually gets pretty close to some of the published results that were put out after the bridge failure. And
I know that this curriculum has been taught for a few years now at the college. Why do you feel it's so important to be passing these lessons on to these students?
There's a couple of reasons. Firstly, it's important for our students to have technical skills, and I think bringing these examples into the classroom really helps them build their fundamental knowledge. And we want to graduate, obviously, students with a lot of knowledge. We also want to graduate students who understand engineering within the context of our society. And so part of being an engineer is often means that you have an impact on the health and safety and welfare of the public. And so that's something that we emphasize throughout our curriculum at St. Thomas.
And this was obviously a deeply personal tragedy for many Minnesotans. What has been the reaction from some of your students learning about this day?
Most of the time when I start talking about the I-35 bridge, I'll ask students to raise their hand if they ever drove across the bridge. And often, most of the students raise their hands. Some students come up to me after class and say that they were on the bridge 3 hours before the collapse, or they drove over it every day. And so it's a very immediate, very relevant issue for them and for their community. So it really motivates them to want to learn what happened to the I-35 bridge and why it failed. And I think it's really important that we tell that story and that we talk about it because education is one of the ways that we can really make positive impact come out of this tragedy. I think in a few years, and not so many years actually, my students won't be able to raise their hands because they will have been too young at that time. And so it's really up to us as engineering educators to make sure that we keep telling the story, that we keep this event in the front of their minds so that the lessons aren't lost.
And this is a bit of a hands-on lesson as well, right, Katherine? There are actually pieces of the bridge at the University of St. Thomas.
There are. St. Thomas as an educational institution was offered to have parts of the bridge for the purpose of educating the students and the public. It was a symmetric structure, and we actually have the opposite gusset plate to the one that initiated the failure, and so we use it to illustrate some of the concepts I mentioned. Also, I think just to illustrate the magnitude of the collapse. It's very impressive when you look at the pieces in person, the degree of twisting and pulling that happened to the metal suggests a really large-scale event. We emphasize it, as I said, in our courses, and also we are starting up a new civil engineering program in the fall of 2017. And so we plan, as part of that program, to use those pieces in an installation that the students will then walk by every day that can be used to remind them of the really awesome responsibility of their chosen profession.
Really important lessons you're passing down. Katherine, thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Katherine Acton from the University of St. Thomas.